Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Reynolds here with rayswebinar.com. All right, the main thing today is help every one of you as much as I can. Let's understand something. We're going to talk about a lot of things, so I'd like you to get a tablet and pen and write things down. What I don't want you to do is actually take pictures, because why? A, that makes your phone smarter than you, and that's not what you really want to do. So let's go through this. The information is protected many ways. What we're going to talk about is planning the problems. In the beginning, everybody basically wants to work and make it something, make $1 million. Well, I wanted to do the same thing. Me, I brought in my first million at 14 and a half. I guess I did pretty good. You see, I planned on the problems. I planned on everybody screwing with me, everything going wrong, and I basically planned out in the beginning. Why most people get stuck or kind of give up because they get knocked down. Well, the bottom line is we're going to get back up again, but this time we're going to do it my way. You see, I want you to plan the problems, but I want you to have two things. I want you to have safety credit, and I want you to have the line of defense. Write it down, please. I'll explain that through this overview. The bottom line is you can see it, believe, and go get it every time now. As we do this, we never want to bring the pain home. Excuse me. Nothing like having a cough. The main thing is we all fall down. We all call it Humpty Dumpty. Okay, let's get back up again. Today you're going to learn a little bit about my journey, and then I'd like your journey to begin with me. You see, I'll start at the age of 3 years old when I got dropped off at the pier from Mrs. Hope every morning at 6:30 in the morning from the age of 3 to 9.5. I call her the she-devil from hell. But one of the things that I learned, all right, because everything and every experience with me is a learning curve. So, stealing and beg off the pier, I'll just tell you flat out, it sucked. But the bottom line is being dropped off at Marina Del Rey, all right, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes, Redondo Beach Pier, there's money. I wanted mine too. So as a little boy, I started to read about rich and famous people. I wanted to find out how they made it, how they got their goodies. So this is not to brag. This is just to show you that I'm not full of you-know-what. So I can show you the Lamborghini collections, the Duffys, the mansions, beating world records, having fun with that, race boats, the helicopters, the yachts, all the goodies, even the Ferrari collection too. You see, for me, I wanted to figure it out, and I did. So the bottom line is most people get stuck and need to get past go because they kind of gave up. Today, I want you to learn Ray's rules. Please write that down. You see, 43 years ago, I wrote this one. I knew one thing about me back then. I didn't want to be stressed out like most people were. I had to move 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. People were mean on the 1st and the 15th, and they were stressed out because of mortgage or rent. So I figured this, if I turn it into a game, I like to play games like you do, and I want to win. So I wrote the book called Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. So today I want you to learn some rules, some tools, get the good overview, and then get to the workshop with me. So as we do this, it's very, very simple. Never bring the pain home. I was lucky, even though I was used and abused as a child, that I learned a corporation's a legal person. So connecting the dots. Now, I'm sure you heard of Helping Hand Industries years ago. It went worldwide. I don't know if you know, it was started by a 9.5-year-old kid. By the way, it was me. What happened is cards came in the mail. See, back then, people were getting credit cards without applying for credit. I brought in $100,000, didn't know what I was doing with that. I knew about corporate structure. I studied it for 2 years. So the bottom line is I knew I had to figure it out myself. So we're going to talk about Ray's rules and tools. Today, if you give me 90 days, I guarantee you have $1 million dream. If you allow me to, I'll even build $1 million of credit for you, even hand you the business, the keys, everything you need. What I want to do is take care of the things that you confused on. Let's put it that way. You see, for 43 years, helping people just like you, seminars, workshops, and boot camps. Okay, I want you to learn the concept and the rules and the tools. So what happens most of the time with most of you, you lose your job, emergency happens, you run out of time, you run out of money. Then you jack up your credit and bring the pain home. There's an alternative to that, and I want to show you that exactly. So on your tablet and pen, start writing down right now. Get up every morning at 4:30 in the morning. I don't know why you're sleeping in anyway. As you do this, you're going to get to know me. Well, I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years before I found myself in a coma. So I used to teach Ken Yarborough, all right, security chief at TOW and Spear years ago. So do yourself a favor right now, write down Credit Services Act. It will take you to the Federal Trade Commission. Well, they'll tell you flat out, credit repair is a scam. They're not even allowed to collect money up front, and they all break the rules. It'll even reference you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. So what are you supposed to do now? Guess? The bottom line is, let's get basically one thing. I'm going to rebuild your credit. I want to build a relationship, and I want to build your dreams. I'll hand you the fish. I'll teach you how to fish. I'll even hand you the keys. I got no excuses. I haven't had a paycheck for over 20 years. I'm here to help you because I made a promise, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. From there, I like to repackage your life. That means your house, your car, and your bank account. Sorry, don't take it personally. I think you're doing it all wrong anyway. You see, every time you turn around, you bring the pain home. I don't want you to do that anymore. See, credit saved my life as a kid and saved my life as an adult. So the bottom line is this. We all here have money for a rainy day. The problem with that is, at the end of the day, that's just blah, blah, blah. In my life, it doesn't rain, it always pours. So let's learn about some things today. Let's see. Today, you need $5,000. You need it now, now, now. You ask your friends and family. They say no, so does the bank too. You see, what you need is one of these cards looking like this. If you had to max it out today, and you had categories like I would teach you, training and all the different things, rules and tools and a way to play. If you had to max out that $5,000 credit card, by the way, the payment's $50 a month. Most people waste that every other day. So again, on you. The average person wastes $140 a week. I don't know if you understand that. That's over $600 a month. If we have safety credit, these are $50,000 apiece. Personal credit, you cannot write it off or the interest rate. So if I had to max out one of these cards right now to buy time, play catch up, not fall down, the payment is $612.26. For the average person who wastes or pisses away, all right, they could have got 2 pizzas the day started a business. You might want to do yourself a favor. Stop wasting money. You don't have to bring the pain home. There's an alternative to that too. You got the ability today, but it's going to be up to you. Like I told you in the beginning today, I want you to plan on the problems. The biggest problem you're going to have right now is getting you out of your own way. Safety, credit, line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. That's all you're going to have to do when I'm done with you today. Now, you're going to have to run your own race. Literally, you're going to have to understand it's one of the hardest things to do because everybody around you want to give their damn opinion. Okay, I want you to understand God gave you an idea and a dream. It's up to you to run through it and go get it. But as we do this, understand something flat out. All right, we're all basically trying and we're falling. People seem to want to keep us down. One of the things I do is I turn off the sounds of others because I have to see it, believe, and go get it. I've been told 1 billion times the word no. I don't listen to them, and I can prove they were wrong every time. So if it's like me, when I start doing a webinar overview, something comes over me and I end up rhyming all the time. But when I do basically the workshops and boot camps and seminars and have fun, I'm always going to be on point with you because I'm going to offer to do the work for you anyway. See, you must run your own race. Never give up no matter what anybody says. You see, you got an SSN. Congratulations. Why did you get it? Because you were told to get one as a teenager to get a job. By the way, I want you to learn one thing today. We're going to teach you the rules and the tools how to play the game correctly. You got maybe 1 or 2 write-offs if that. And by the way, that makes you the duck. All right, because every time they sue and want to screw you up, you got a duck. So you got some choices today. It's pretty simple. See, your SSN lets you get what? 3 credit reports. Oh, goody. Experian, Equifax, TransUnion 2. And what happens to your credit when you screw it up? You bring the pain where? Home every time. So what is this? Let's see. Why do you got an SSN? It's pretty simple. You were told to get a job as a teenager. Why? Because our government bonds us each. Literally, we are the collateral, if you don't know this, for the United States of America Incorporated. That's why they talk about the consensus all the time. They don't know how much money to print. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they print money 24/7. So let's understand today. I'd like you to write a little list. Are you ready to write it down with me? I want you to write down Ray's rules first. Then I want you to have 100,000 of credit. If you allow me to, I'll build it for you. A venture and a venture one. That way you got 100,000 of credit. I don't want you to use more than 29%. That's Ray's rules. You jack up the card, you drop the score, that's on you. That would give you 71,000 of basically safety credit. Just in case there's a pandemic or you lost your job, you got to buy time. When somebody takes the money and the credit from the family, sorry to say, almost 100% you hurt the family. Never bring the pain home ever again. You got a choice here today. All right, it's going to be up to you to learn how to use Ray's rules and tools. You don't have to bring the pain home anymore. But me, simple. My first coma, I was 5.5 years old when I hit that curb with my face. All right, they told me never walk again. My last coma was 2009. The bottom line is I'm laying there to die. That kind of sucks because the corporations are worth billions of dollars. What happened to me? Well, they'll call it H1N1 at the end of the day. See, where do you park your yachts and race boats? I park mine in the backyard. I'm from what's called show me state. Show me or shut up. Reality is most people go blah, blah, blah every day. So the bottom line is up to you if you want to listen and learn. Because even though I got knocked down worth billions of dollars, I got back up again. All I had to do is walk around with that oxygen tank for 5 weeks like a football. All right, because my family needed to eat, bills needed to be paid. I put my credit score back to 820, made myself a good qualified CFO, and I popped another $1 million of credit again. I don't stay down like most of you. There's no reason for you to either. You got the ability today, but understand something. You're not going to get a do-over. Today, you get to live or die. That's all you get to do. COVID-19 can wipe you out. You might want to wear a mask today. If I could have wore a mask the day before I was laying there in the hospital being dead, believe me, I would wear a mask. I would a bubble around my head. I didn't care. I didn't want to lay there being dead. But again, this is up to you. All I know is it takes a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Which one are you going to pick? That's going to be up to you too. So being comfortable, if you're comfortable today flat out, you're never going to get it because you're lazy. Comfortable people are always lazy. I've never been comfortable a day in my life. Please don't be comfortable. Let's go get it. Let's understand what I do every day. When I get up at 2:25, I drop to my knees and I think, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror and I stop time for 2 minutes. You see, I want to make sure I'm responsible for me. I don't pass the buck and blame other people like some people do. Ask yourself 2 questions when you do what I ask you to do. All right? Have you completed everything you need to? The answer is no. Then why are you sleeping in past 4:30 in the morning? Is there more to be done? Always. The biggest problem that you do, God gave you an idea and a dream. All right, you ask your friends and family, what do they think? Why would you do that? Have they ever made the dream of the million or the billion too? Understand, they've clouded your direction. And now some of you are stuck. Do yourself a favor. Do like I do. Go chase the money. Go chase the dream. I love money. It's one of the top 10 things I love the best. You know why I love money? I don't have to steal and eat out of a trash can. I can pay my bills. I can feed my family. I can help people like you. Understand, money is great. So is credit too, as long as you put it in its place. Now today, we're all getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. That's okay. Eventually, they're going to fire you anyway. Go drive an Uber and deliver some pizza. Is that going to be your American dream? It sure is not mine, but that's up to you. You see, you got the ability to understand something. Being with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, every Wednesday night they had a poker game. I stood outside my door. The bedroom was called the pantry, by the way. All right, and I heard one thing, and they said a corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. I circled it 10 times. I couldn't believe I heard my way out of hell if I could figure it out. You see, what I wanted to do is figure this out for me. So I went the next day to the library. I asked the lady there, how do I look it up? She says, here's a microfiche, here's a book. I read the book. I'm all excited. I couldn't sleep all night before. See, I'm looking for the rules, the tools, the blueprint, the instruction manual. Somebody's got to have one of these, right? I got so pissed off. I read book after book after book. See, even though I was used and abused as a child, God gave me an IQ off the chart with total recall in most things. I found out I had to write my own damn book and rules and tools. That's why it's called Ray's Rules. There's 12 books and CDs with 1,000 rules in the books for you up to $1 million. There's a real estate too. There's a financial series. Don't forget, I haven't had a paycheck for over 20 years. I'm just keeping a promise I made out of a coma. I wrote that one 43 years ago called Winning the Game of Business. So you can play with me if you want to. I'll actually do it for you, hand you the fish, and teach you how to fish. You want the keys too? I'll get you that as well. I got no excuses. By the time I'm done with you today, neither will you. So you got a choice. Stay stuck or play with me. 1,000 rules and tools. It's a Millionaires Founders Kit for you. Real estate, no problem. I'm the guy that invented Homestead Blocker UCC 1-2. So guess what? Financial series, be the bank, buckets of money, tax balancing. Why not? See, when I was at the Bonaventure for 30 years, there was a line around the hotel for $20,000 a set. Well, nowadays, guess what? The office is giving it away for $9.99. If you do it through me while I'm doing the webinar, all right, it's pretty simple. I give it to you for $4.99. But if you don't want to get it through me, you want to pay them a commission, go get the $9.99. No problem at all. How many times have you let opportunity pass you by? You see, today, because of COVID-19, we take Zelle wire deposit. That's how you get to pay us so we can expedite it right away for you. Now, what I'd like to really do is repackage your credit my way. Rebuild it, a rapid refresh, credit lines, articles, books, CDs, and classes. I want you stuck with me. But I want to do the work for you anyway. Now, write down 25 to 29% on any given credit card. You jack up the card, you drop the score, that's on you. I got to make you a qualified CFO because you got to understand how you structure today. We got some choices today how to play the game. There's 4 points of way to make money with me. It's kind of fun too. We can talk about real estate today, millions of dollars. If we get a piece of property, I'm going to call it and we're going to fix it up called the flippity-dippity-doo. From there, if I get a duplex or a fourplex or apartment complex, we can make all kinds of money. The next thing is I want to think about getting a franchise for you. How about a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, or a Wendy's? All right, when they got the beef, of course. By the way, you can do profit sharing too. I don't know if you know there's 84 ways to play with money and credit called leveraging. We can turn these into 99 more to millions of dollars of credit today. There's only 4 ways I'm going to teach you to play because there's too many for you. Understand, I'm the guy that helped most of the people out there become millionaires and billionaires. I was known as the Incorporated for rich and famous people too. So as we play this game, we got the ability to listen and learn. Let's look at this. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. See, everybody that you see that are rich and famous around you today, they drive company cars, they ride it off. But not you. What you're doing today is pretty simple, okay? All right, you're paying for what? You get your paycheck, you get the leftover, you pay for a car you should not, and then you take money and credit from the family, roll the dice. Where do you bring the pain? Home almost every time. Why don't you drive a company car and get it at a fleet price and tax ID? If you like, I'll teach you how to do that at the workshop with me. You see, you're probably taking your paycheck, which I hear is called taxable income, paying the payment, the gas, registration, insurance too. Can you yell the word no today, please? All right, you see, you should be driving a company car. Let me know what kind you want. I'll help you go get it. You got the ability to write it down right now called Never Bring the Pain Home, because there's no reason to do that at all. There's an alternative to make sure you protect your family. There's a science behind all the madness today, and we're going to teach you how to play. You ready to write some things down today? See, you got one SSN. Oh, goody. Why? Because you were a teenager. They told you to get a job, so you were a sheep, now you're a duck. Guess what? I want you to pull out the card. Come on, ladies, pull it out of your purse. It's next to your feet. Gentlemen, it's in your wallet in your back pocket. If you read the card, it tells you do not laminate. Don't use for any purposes. It tells you flat out it's not yours. Why do you have it now? All right, because you were told to get a job. Raise rules. It's about time you learn how to play the game. You got one SSN, by the way. The Federal Trade Commission today says 97% are screwed up. Maybe you. So if you want to learn how to play the game, we're going to play it right. I want you to remember why you have an SSN. Because you were told to get it when you were a teenager. So what did you do? As a sheep, now you're the duck. If you get screwed up, you got to file bankruptcy. You bring the pain where? Home if you screw up your credit today. Why would you do that when you only have a couple write-offs anyway? See, personal credit should be called safety for the family. You should never use it and abuse it. So the bottom line is, yes, you have an SSN. You have an Experian, an Equifax, and a TransUnion too. Goody for you. The bottom line is you should have never used it and screwed it up in the first place. Write down SS4. Don't you know you need to learn a lot more than you know today? Give it a break. Understand something very simple. SS4 times 4. All right, they have all the write-offs and literally almost no liability at all. So you got the ability to do it right now because you understand you get to meet me and play with me the way I learned it at 9.5 years old. You see, if you let me do this today, the SS4, I can build you an Experian, Equifax, and a TransUnion too. Which credit report you want to screw up? Neither one. But I don't want to bring the pain where? Home ever again. You got the ability to listen and learn. Did you write down SS4 times 4 yet? Write down SS4 times 4. Come on. When you look at an application today, it says SSN, SS4. You probably tried the SS4 and fell on the floor because why? You didn't know what you're going to do. As an affiliate, I get to build it for you. How's that for you? Corporation, don't name it after you, because that'd be silly and dumb. Don't name it what it does. That'd be double dumb. Now write down line of defense, please. I want you to have 3 divisions like I designed in 1986, by the way. Real estate, franchise, current business. Let's understand today, in SS4, I can get you up to $100,000 on a credit card like this one, or $1 million card too. How many would you like? You see, the corporation gets to write off the credit cards, the interest rate, depreciation value too. But again, what have you been doing? You've been using personal credit. Why? It's called safety credit from now on. You don't jack it up past 29%. I tried offering $100,000 earlier. That way you have safety credit in case there's a pandemic. Don't hurt your family. Never bring the pain home. It's called raise rules. You got an SSN or an SS4. You still want to be the duck some more? You still want to be a quack today? But that's on you. You got the ability to play the game right if you want to. Me, I just want to teach everybody what I know before I die again. So an SSN equals a 1040. Oh, goody. 1 and 2 write-offs. An SS4 equals an 1120. All the write-offs and more, hardly no liability at all. Which one do you want to be today? You actually should be both at the same time. That way you don't hurt your family and bring the pain where? Home again. Now remember, if you're watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube, that's kind of fun. But you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me. You might just want to go to raisewebinar.com and get the full overview so you learn how not to bring the pain where? Home again. Now let's read this. It's at chapter 18 about corporations. I learned it at 7.5 years old. You ready to read? It says a corporation's a legal person. Not here to give legal advice. It says it right there in chapter 18. So let's look at the United States of America Incorporated, by the way. See, they set up their line of defense called the states. Every state's a corporation too. Then the states set up their divisions. Oh, I'm sorry, they're called cities. Every city's a corporation too. But not you. You see, they've set up their line of defense. But you have the ability to, under the constitutional right called we the people. And the Supreme Court says so too. So let's understand something today. You are we the people. Is it about time you learn how to play? Don't worry, half of you have a corporation before you met me. And you did exactly what they say you're going to do. Not a damn thing. 96% don't do a damn thing because they don't know what's next. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they got the key to the printing press, and all they do is print money 24/7. Let's print some more money. Let's do the consensus today, so then we know how to print some more for everybody. Oh, here's Mama. You see, you got your SSN as a teenager, but that little baby that just got born, by the way, Mama can't take the baby in the stroller, and car seat can't go home unless Mama signs the SSN to give that little baby a Social Security number before she leaves the hospital, by the way. They got to print some more money and go wee all the way home. Now you know why you got an SSN. It's about time you learn how to play. Did you write down SS4 times 4 yet? Why not? Corporation got a tax ID. Debt follows tax ID. Line of defense, 3 divisions. They each got an SS4 too. Oh, goody. I don't have to screw up my family anymore if I learn how to play the game the right way. No wonder rich and famous people fall bankrupt, stay rich and famous people famous too. But not you. You see, learning to play the game is the right way to play the game. But again, it's going to be up to you. I'd like you to not be the duck anymore. I'd like you to use your SSN for safety for your family. Then I'd like to get you a corporation, get you credit to that too, then set up the line of defense and have every division set up it too. The ability to have whatever you need and see it and believe and go get it every time. Now it's going to be up to you. You see, you don't have to bring the pain home ever since day one. I want you to stop bringing the pain where? Home. If Mr. Trump can bankrupt 4 corporations in the past and not bring the pain home, so can you. If rich and famous people do it every day, so can you. Wells Fargo Bank, not only did they steal identity, they got away with it. They got fined $3 billion. They wrote it off. Then they shut almost 500 locations down as well. So those people are a bunch of crooks as far as I'm concerned. But here, you know what? Those cities that filed bankruptcy in the past, you know why they could file that Chapter 9 bankruptcy, public record? It's because they're a corporation. But not you. You see, you got the ability to play the game too if you want to. You see, credit cards start credit score. Credit score give you more like a house and a car. A house and a car doesn't help your credit report at all. They just stay neutral as you maintain the payment unless you screw them up. So what's the rule? Don't screw it up. That's pretty simple. So if we do this right, raise rules, don't jack up a card past 29%, you can maintain a 820 credit score. But if you jack it up, there goes your score. Goes down to the floor again. But again, that's up to you. See, you're using the wrong credit today. And you're not doing to get the $1 million dream because you're basically kind of screwing up. Allow me to do a couple things for you. Let me rebuild your credit my way. Let me get you the 720. I'll even guarantee it. Yes, I'm going to charge you $4.99. From there, rapid refresh too. By the way, the rapid refresh will push you to an 820. Is that okay with you? But then I'll charge you $4.99 for that too. The office, those salespeople are in commission. They charge $9.98. But wait, there's more. One of the things with me is whatever you do with me, I'm going to offer you cash credit from 1 to 10 times more than you invested in yourself. See, I like taking away excuses at the end of the day. Here's a $1,000 card. So guess what we're going to do? Then I'm going to put you in an educational class for 3 months too. But I'm not going to sell it to you for $9.98 like the sales team will. I'll give it to you for $4.99. So let's think about this. $499, you're guaranteed an 820 credit score. You get twice the cash back to you, and you get to go to a class if you want to online for 30 to 90 days. What excuse you now have? You stubbed your toe, you got to blow your nose? The bottom line, there's no excuse anymore. But guess what? The credit rebuilding program is 90 days or less, and I don't give a damn about your mess. I can fix anybody. You got 1-800-510-3338. That's all you got to do. Call them. But from there, it's simple. If you talk to the sales team, just prepare for $9.98. If you Zelle wire deposit to me today, guess what you get? $4.99. But again, it's on you. You let opportunity pass you by before anyway. What's the difference today? You see, it's like me. I broadcast 3 times a day live, Monday through Friday. I don't like pre-recorded crap. Saturday live too, seminars, workshops, and boot camps. So you're stuck with me. And by the way, I'm the one who gives you your status update. I might ask you to do 1 or 2 things. Could you do that and follow through while I do 98% for you? That's all you're going to have to do. When I got dropped off at the pier, like I said earlier today, I focused on all the money. So I started to study every rich and famous people I could in the past. I want to see how they got theirs too. Walt Disney, they filed bankruptcy 7 times in the past, kind of like a couple of you. Recently, they got $1 billion in the bank. $1 billion in the bank. And what did they do? See, they know how to play the game. All they had to do is write an IOU to themselves. They paid no tax on $1 billion. Okay, so now they're going to bitch and complain about Mr. Trump. He shouldn't have paid that $700 in the first place. Oh, well, maybe a CPA didn't know any better. The reality is pretty simple. Don't bring the pain home. Hell, I'm trying to get you to the $1 million. They're basically paying no tax on $1 billion. Are you listening yet? Are these suckers turned on yet? You got the ability to know why an SS4 makes more sense, because you got the ability not to bring the pain where? They have all the write-offs, but not you. Limited liability too. You got the ability to allow me to build you a credit report. Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. Why would you ever use your personal money or credit to roll the dice to start a business? I mean, how stupid is that? All that did is bring the pain home. But it's up to you. I just want to help you as much as I can. Because remember, your personal credit, you can't write it off at all. Cards, interest rate, nothing at all. But the way I designed it in 1986 is pretty simple. How about we get 8 corporate credit cards per division? All right, 9 lines of credit, supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards and cash cards too. Then we get to write it all off, the interest rate, the card, and depreciation value as well. What the heck? Why not? But what did you do? I gotta make you a qualified CFO. Is that okay with you? Let me do what I do best. I can get you to million. I can get you to billion if you allow me to do that. Now, Mr. Buffett, people will talk about him in the stock market. They got it all wrong. I studied his father. I studied him. The man owns 100 companies plus, and he owns his favorite 10 companies too. Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Bridge Jewelries, and Fruit of the Loom. He's playing the game. Why aren't you? But it's up to you to learn the process. You see, as an affiliate, I tell you, don't use authorized user because that's crap. And don't spend thousands of dollars on trade lines too. That's a joke. I mean, give me a break. I got to make you the qualified CFO. You got the ability to do this right today if you want to. You see, I'm the one who invented 113 ways to daisy chain credit. I can turn every one of these into 99 more. We got to talk about corporate credit. It's the only thing we get to write off. That's why it's called Raise Rules and Tools. Isn't it about time you play? Now, if you got the intent to rip anybody off or defraud anybody, I will definitely testify, get you in a court of law, and that's where you're going to go. Because I won't want you to be a crook on my dime. I want you to do it the right way. 3 divisions in a corporation. What's next to write down? Simple. It's called the line of defense. Corporation maintains the divisions. And what are we going to do if something goes wrong? Every one of those pieces have a tax ID. We're going to pull a Donald Trump, a Wells Fargo Bank, a city, maybe rich and famous people too. We're going to do exactly what they did. They disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Tried to save it, couldn't save it at all. They bankrupt the piece, keep the other pieces, and now bring the pain home. Why the hell would we want to bring the pain home when we don't have to? Again, this is up to you. You got to listen to Raise Rules and Tools. It's about time you want to play the game. Now, when you bought your house in the past, I'm sorry to say, I'll probably say you did it wrong anyway. Remember what I told you earlier today? I want to repackage your house, your car, your bank account. You see, I don't understand something. Escrow works for you, but you let them tell you what to do. It should have been escrow closed, escrow homestead, escrow record in a trust. But what you did, it's in your name today if it is. I'm sorry. If you die, it's stuck in the probate. If somebody sues you, they screw you, they take it away. If you want to protect your family's assets, all right, step up to the plate, download the forms for free. But again, that's on you if you don't listen to me. If we got to get a house and fix it up, I'm going to call it a flippity-dippity-do. What's going to happen next? You're going to hire a contractor. Contractor's going to hire that subcontractor that's down outside Home Depot. Good workers. But when they cut every corner they can and they slip and fall and they sip and they want to sue and screw you for everything you got, guess what? They're going to. Like I told you in the beginning today, plan on the damn problems. But you didn't do that. That's why you got knocked down the last time, didn't you? See, I want you to do what I tell you to do here. I want you to quickly deed that piece of property in a division, an assignment of equity. And this way, if they try to sue you, they can't sue you at all. And at the end of the day, heck, they get diddly squat. Why not? Maybe you didn't have to fight for your life like I've had to. Maybe that's why some of you are lazy or not willing to step up to the plate. But that's on you. All I do is I make millionaires and billionaires. It's kind of fun. Now, fixing that property, if you're one of those that played peekaboo with the IRS and made a mess, sorry, go to irs.gov, download the form called 656-433A and B. Get your butt back in the system to get your COVID-19 check. Understand, you cannot play any game unless you play by the rules. They wrote the rules. It's about time you pay attention. You can make sure you never bring the pain home ever again. Fixing that property, when I was a kid, they used to call me OPM. I wasn't nice, but I want you to have 4 more divisions. Can you write it down for me, please? I want you to have carpet, appliances, fixtures, and wood. At the workshop, I'm going to show you how to go to the manufacturer, save up to 70% plus. I want to make sure you get a 30, 60, or 90 day. I don't want you to use your money to fix up that property anyway. I want you, when the property is sold, escrow to pay off the bills. But now you got $200,000 left over. Stop doing what you've been doing in the past and act like you're rich. 200,000 fits in my jacket pocket. All right, some of you, not all of you, probably most of you all. You had $10,000, $100,000 in the past, and you pissed it away. And now some of you are broke today. Write down Ray's rules: leveraging money, borrow money's not taxable. It's about time you learn how to play the game. And you play to win. Set up the line of defense. Understand something flat out today. All right, you're going to have to learn about leveraging money. And that's kind of fun. You see, when you make the bank verify itself, they have to say yes. Before my coma, I had 22,000 square feet in Irvine, locations around the globe, doing $1 million plus a day. But the bottom line is the bank used to call me every morning at 9 o'clock in the morning going, mm. When you got money in the bank, they always kiss your ass. When you got no money, they go, who are you to? So what we're going to do at the workshop is show you, I don't care how much we put in the CD, the line of credit, the bank account too. We're going to create 3 reference points for you. When we create that, if we did it this way, that's $600,000. Remember, the banks get to borrow from the feds times 10 and loan back 5 to you. Never forget, borrow money's not taxable. If they loan you times 5, that's $3 million. Take $2 million and go get a McDonald's today. You want a Big Mac, a fry, and a chocolate shake? You just got to get out of your own damn way, because everybody of you can have a McDonald's today. Beating your own doubt? You better run your own race. But that's up to you. See, it's always been called cash flow, free up your time. Opportunity, business opportunity for you, you create your own opportunity. You take C-191D and you loan out a corporation and loan money 8 different ways off of a card. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun? So if I find 5 people today that need $10,000 apiece, take $50,000 off the card, no problem at all. What am I going to do? I'm going to put a second trust deed on their house. I'm going to put basically a UCC1 chattel mortgage, a homestead blocker too. Then I'm going to call that company. It's my money now. I want it now. They're going to factor it in less than 12 hours or less. By the way, you just created $2,449 per month positive cash flow. If you use $100,000, that's $4,800. $150 is $73.47. You can create your own cash flow, free up your time. The only thing in your way is you. But that's up to you too. The reality is pretty simple. Now, I'm not bragging. I'm just going to show you some pieces that I got, basically a little bit. Okay, from the mansions, the helicopters, the yachts, the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis, and more. But the bottom line is got to get you past go, because I think you're stuck. Remember something today. You can get unstuck with me if you want to. I used to call this one God's gift. Why wouldn't I? I mean, you park your race boat and your yacht in your backyard. All right, why not? I like the helicopter, the Lamborghini, the buildings too, wouldn't you? You see, I got no BS to give you besides the truth. Every time you cash your check or use a debit card, you whip out your driver's license and you're telling people to come rob your house or sue you, screw you, and take it away. Would you do yourself a favor today, please? Change your driver's license to a P.O. box or a mailing address, please. Why? Because I said so. It's all Ray's rules and tools. Keep in mind, in California alone, we have called the Schaefer Bill, the Driver's Privacy Protection Act for you. Whatever state you're in, they have something too. I don't want you to ever have the pain come home. I want you to step up to the plate and protect your ass. It's, if you will please. See, the last time you bought a car, what did you do? You let somebody sweat you for hours on end. You lost $5,000 plus, up to 9 inquiries too. All right? Why did you do that? When they handed you the paper next to your signature, you should have wrote down it allows 1 inquiry only and took a picture. If you allow me to, I'll teach you how to get fleet price under tax ID at the workshops with me. That way you drive a company car versus you being the duck. But the bottom line is up to you, because all of you today, you're going to go to the grocery store or the bank, and I pray to God you don't bump someone's car. Little bumpity bump, and what are they going to do? I got whiplash, I'm going to die. And what happens next? Oh, goody, driver's license, insurance, registration, please. Your driver's license really has your home address on it? You've been paying the insurance out of your taxable paycheck? Oh, goody, when the corporation could have did that for you too. Oh, by the way, you're the registered owner, so you're really the duck? Oh, goody, they're going to call one of those bloodsucker attorneys on TV, and they're going to sue you, screw you, and take everything you got because you didn't listen to me. What did I tell you in the beginning today? Plan on someone trying to take it away. Ray's rules. At the workshop, we're going to show you step by step how the registered owner should be the division of a corporation. The lien holder could be the corporation too. This way they can't sue you, and at the end of the day, they really do get diddly squat. Why not? But again, it's up to you to listen and learn and have the way to play the game. I can hold your hand. I can do the work for you too. I got no excuses today like some of you. What did I do on July 3rd, 2009? I took my yacht from my backyard right there. I said, fill it up. Wrote off the card, wrote off the interest rate, wrote off the yacht. Why not? July 4th, we took people to watch the fireworks. July 5th, I'm laying there in the hospital waiting to die. That kind of sucks. H1N1, they finally figured out what they're going to call it that time. So the bottom line is I took that oxygen tank like a football. I ran around for 5 weeks, put my credit score back to an 820. Then I popped another $1 million of credit again. See, my family needed to eat and bills needed to be paid, and I don't have a mommy and daddy like you. I had to figure it out for myself. So the reality is, guess what I had to do? All right? I had to see it, believe, and go get it. You see, God's using me to help you if you pay attention today, because I don't want you bringing the pain home ever again. I made a promise in that Chrome I'd help people the rest of my life. That's why I'm here helping you. I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. I'm keeping my promise. I did name my son and my daughter after me. My legacy will live on, called the Reynolds University. All right? You got a choice today. You can call 800-310-3338. If you do, you get all the goodies I'm offering you, but if you wait too long, sales team's going to get you good, because that's how they make their commission. RaysRules.com is the voice of credit for you. You got the ability to play it right. Now let's talk about a corporate setup today. Most of you, if you have one, you pay $3,000 plus and got a stock kit. Goody! And you don't know a darn thing. Sad to hear. Articles, oscillus, tax ID, I'll do the work for you. I'll hand you the fish for $9.99. Then I'll put you in a setup class with me. 3 months. Listen again and again. Like when you watch your favorite movie, you can say the lines before they do, can't you? How about level 1 to set up the divisions, the line of defense 2? That's going to be $9.99 to you. Now the office sells it for $19.98, but me, I offer it for $17.99. But then I add a bunch of goodies too. What do I do once you learn the line of defense for you? I hand you $5,400 of cash credit back to you. I basically make sure you get 3 times your investment back to yourself. I get you the rapid refresh and the credit building too. Now, what excuse you got now? You stubbed your toe? The bottom line is, if you don't play with me, stay stuck. That's on you. I know one thing. I'm the only one that God ever created like this in the first place. Thank God for that, huh? You can Zelle, wire, or deposit today. Then you get what I offered you right there. When you call sales, they don't give you all the goodies, and they charge you the normal price. But your lack of commitment's been your biggest problem in your life today. Make a commitment to you, your family, and me, and let me tell you, 90 days or less, I'll have you on your track to $1 million dream. By the way, that building and that Lamborghini, tax ID. Reaching your dream. Simple. Think and be the impossible. I've done it all my life. I've heard no 1 billion times plus, but I see it, believe it, and go get it. Nothing gets in my way, all right, because I know the rules and the tools how to play the game. What about you? It's about time you step up to the plate and learn how to win too. 90 days, $1 million dream. What am I going to do? I'm going to do the work for you. Seminar, workshop, boot camp. You're stuck with me. And that's half the fun. So let's understand motivation. I listen to it every day, every morning. I like it too, but the reality is at the end of the day, if they don't give me rules, tools, a blueprint, instruction manual, at the end of the day, it's still blah, blah, blah. May I'll show you a couple of goodies I obtained myself using Ray's rules and tools. If you like to, I'll do it for you too. But at the end of the day, you got a story to tell too. I'd like to get you to the 820 credit score if you allow me to. Up to $100,000 of credit to play the game. Then I'd like to give you a corporation and divisions too, up to $1 million. See, I'd like you to stop being stuck. And if you're wondering what's next, it's simple. Me. I'm your next because I'm Ray's Rules, and I'm going to teach you how to play the game and never bring the pain home ever again. But again, you got to listen to me and have fun at the same time. Remember what I said earlier today? I want to repackage your life, your house, your car, your bank account. I think you're doing it all wrong anyway. Don't take offense to it. Just let me do what I do best. See, I'll clone me into you, and then no one can take it away from you either. You got the ability to play if you want to. But again, if all you want is some rules and tools for $9.99, go for it. That's what the sales team sells it for. Me, I like to give it away while I'm doing the webinar for $4.99. If you sell it right away, you get that price. If you don't, that's okay. If you put it off, are you still going to get it for $9.99? But if you sell it right away, it's $4.99 to you. That's all you got to do. Don't forget, the corporate setup today is $17.99 through me. If you get it sales, it's $19.98. I hand you $5,400 of cash credit, 3 times your investment back to you, rapid rescore, and credit building too. Again, it's on you. I want you in my workshops for 3 months. I want you to make sure you understand how to do this yourself too. Use Zelle, wire, make a deposit today. Put it off, talk to the sales team. They'll charge you $19.98, and they won't give you all the goodies I offered you today. You see, the 14th Amendment of the Constitution turned corporations into legal people. I love the USA. All right? They gave me the rules and the tools how to play the game. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they got the key to the printing press and go wee all the way home. You see, they maintain and manage their 50 states, their corporations too. The states manage the cities, their corporations too. They even created their own little bankruptcy called a Chapter 9. Check it out, it's public record to you. You got the ability to use Ray's rules and tools and learn to play the game. Never have joint credit again. When you buy a house the next time, it's pretty simple. Escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow record in a trust, never my name. Corporation, don't name it after me. Don't name it after what it does. That's dumb and double dum-dum. And always have up to $1 million of credit. That's half the fun. And what do we do next? We set up divisions. Divisions, real estate, franchise, current business. If you don't set up the line of defense, you're always going to be the duck, and so would the corporation too. Why would you want to bring the pain home anymore? You don't have to. But again, all I can do is tell you what I can do for you. Today you get the free overview. Like I said before, plan on the problems. They're going to happen anyway. That's why half of you, if not all of you, got knocked down before and kind of gave up. This time you're going to have safety credit and the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it every time. The ability to make sure you get to $1 million dream. Everybody can be a millionaire too. If all you want today is an 820 score, it's no problem. I offer for $4.99 through the overview. If you don't do it through me, the office offers it for $9.98. $1,000 credit card back to you, 90 days of workshops with me, credit educational class. Twice your investment back to you. No excuses anymore. All you got to do is play with me. I've been doing this for 43 years. Credit rebuilding is 90 days or less. 800-510-3338. All you got to do is call now and say, I'm on a webinar right now with Mr. Reynolds, and he's going to tell me how to play the game too. You can Zelle, wire, or make a deposit today if you want to. But again, it's on you. See, if you don't play with me, what are you going to do next? Stay stuck like you've been so far? The bottom line is every one of you have the ability to cut million to billion. You're just going to have to get out of your own way. So let's talk about the Millionaires in the Making workshop. Those are my favorite ones. When I add all the pieces together, called Step 1, I analyzed it twice too. The office sells it for $3,995. I give it away for $29.99. See, the average corporation's $3,000 plus with the stock kit. They don't get a darn thing and they're stuck. Well, what if I do this and I give for $2,999 today, give you all the education stuck with me for 3 months, then I hand you $25,000 of cash credit too. 8 times your investment back to you. Now what excuse you got? Again, you don't have one now anymore. You get to learn how to play the game, and you're guaranteed you're going to get to million to billion if you want to play. Zelle, wire, deposit. It's all you got to do today to get the goodies from me. See, the American dream is kind of fun. Receiving money every month, pay all your bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time, master Ray's rules, and definitely sign up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Millionaires in the Making today is $2,999. Get to the office, call the sales team, they'll sell it to you for $39.95. I'll give you $25,000 of cash credit to motivate you to do the Zelle wire deposit immediately. It's 8 times your investment back to you. You got the ability to change your life if you choose to. But then you're stuck with me for the next 3 months. Won't that be kind of fun? I think so. Zelle wire deposits, all you got to do. You see, I personally hold your hand at every seminar, workshop, and boot camp. I don't pass the buck. We're going to have fun. I guarantee it. So as we do this today, you get the overview. It's pretty simple. No matter what you're going to do, stay safe, stay strong. You could be sitting there waiting for what's next to come. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day. Give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. God gave me the rules and the tools. By the time it's 9:30. It's about time you learn to step up to the plate and learn how to win. At the end of the day, you got 800-510-3338. You get to play with me. But if you're not calling right away, sorry to say, you're probably going to stay stuck. Remember, at the end of the day, God loves us all.